Hey, my name's Emily Thompson, and this is my B1 project, Story of a Comic. Today I'm going to be talking about Calvin and Hobbes, which was written by Bill Watterson, everybody's favorite little comic. This is probably one of the only comics that I honestly read growing up. I have the full anthology of Calvin and Hobbes at my house, and yeah, it was just a really fun little coming-of-age story. So Calvin and Hobbes was written by Bill Watterson. It was first published on November 18th, 1985, and then the last strip was released on December 31st, 1995. So it ran for about 10 years. It was really popular. It was first ran in about 250 different newspapers across the United States. It gained a lot of popularity really quickly. So the plot just basically follows Calvin, who is the small boy, that one right there, and his stuffed Bengal tiger, Hobbes. But Hobbes is an anthropomorphic tiger, so he talks and interacts with Calvin, but everybody else around him, like his parents and teachers, just simply see him as a stuffed tiger. Calvin is kind of an adventurous guy. He goes on a lot of adventures with Hobbes, and the stories are basically just follow him and Hobbes going on these adventures together, kind of a coming-of-age thing. Calvin is very intelligent and knows a lot about the world. Him and Hobbes have a lot of conversations about like politics and the environment and stuff like that, but one of the main themes is that Calvin really dislikes school, and he also really dislikes his teacher. Also, there's a girl named Susie who he's shown picking on a lot. So Calvin and Hobbes started while Watterson was working an advertising job that he just really disliked. So he started to create a comic. There was a lot of rejections, a lot of ideas had been rejected, and then finally Universal Press Syndicate picked up the idea for Calvin and Hobbes. It was actually originally called Critters, but they just liked the idea of a boy and his tiger who only he could see. Watterson is pretty famous for just being really outwardly against commercialization and merchandising of his comics, so there's really not a lot of merchandise related to Calvin and Hobbes. There's like a couple of t-shirts and stuff like that, but he really believed in the fact that comics are just supposed to stand alone as art forms and don't need to be like commercialized, and just, he was sort of against the whole search for more money sort of thing, which is pretty cool. He won a lot of awards for this. Yeah, he won the Harvey Award, Special Award for Comic, multiple years in a row. Also won the Newspaper Comic Strips Humor Award from the National Cartoonist Society and a Reuben Award for the Cartoonist of the Year, as well as a lot of other stuff unrelated from Calvin and Hobbes as well. And those are some of my sources. Also, I'll show some pictures from Calvin and Hobbes.
Okay.
This is a little example of one of the comic strips. They're just pretty simple, pretty cute. Shows him being adventurous. I don't know. Also just kind of shows his like youthful humor and how Hobbes is always kind of getting in trouble with him as well.